Am I here? Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? I think I'm coming online, yes. Yes, XP Chan, I know, but I still have to say it. Yes, it's so obvious. Yes, yes. Oh my God. But it's also very sad. Yes, I'm here. Okay. I'm sorry, I am very tired. I just finished 3-hour live Spanish, the same live I was doing with you. I just wanted to come and say a quick hello. I'm wearing the same dress because I was doing this for the Spanish channel. I just want to say very fast, I wasn't actually going to come say anything. I made that written announcement and that was it for me. But Matthias then sent me like this, angry man. He's very, I told you, he's very, very protective and very noble. He knows how things have been always. And he sent me this, this message saying that that creature there in that channel said this and that, and I was actually relieved when I saw what he said that was said there. You know why relieved? Because if I had tiny amount of doubt, like 0.005, now I have 0 that they are the bad guys. Why? Because it's all lies. Now I know you're not gonna know, but this is for me. This is for me a relief because I know, I know that this is lies. So I know you haven't been within the contact, so you will hear my story and their story, and you just have to decide for yourself. But for me, it's a relief because now we know. I even told Robert and Matthias that if they're gonna come out with something like some lying about something, then I will know for sure, 100% now, that this was this is a very shady group. So let me just warn you very quickly from my side. Okay, let me just go what Matthias said here. I don't even know where to start. First of all, we had no fights. What fights? I have more fights with Robert, to be honest, and with Matthias, which is normal when you have a relationship, that I had with them. We never had any fights. We had maybe disagreements about this and that sometimes, like, this is an online communication, you have to understand. So imagine talking to someone online and then from another race, how much effort there has to be from both sides to understand each other. And it has always been surprisingly harmonious. I couldn't believe, because normally it's very hard to maintain that understanding if you don't see the person face to face. I have been always saying to Matthias, like, this has been such a harmonious relationship that it just proves to me that I am from the same race, because we always had so much mental understanding and just mutual understanding always. I have seriously more fights with Robert, always about something. I get angry about something with Matthias, like in any relationships, that with them. I just did the Spanish live, and I was just talking about this too, and I was thinking, what dispute or fight did we have that I could even tell you about? Because why would I be lying about that? Why would I be there's no sense to me about that. Actually, to be honest, to talk about these disputes that we could have, that even makes it more real to you. I would always tell you, there are people, they have different points of view. So it would be very realistic. It would make it more authentic if I could tell you about disputes or disagreements, but there was nothing. I do not recall seriously any disputes that I'm aware of that would be to the degree that that creature is talking about. We had disputes, like, for example, stupid things. Like, for example, I remember Athena came and she designed uniforms, the image for the website, and I didn't like it. So she got offended, I think, because I said that. So she left the server. At one time, long time ago, there was a dispute with Anneka about something as well, because she was working in the CIC at that time. And at that time, I remember she was collecting the data. It was very beginning in the contact, 2019. And she was saying to us that some people from the community do not perceive our travels in a correct way. Like that we are, somehow using the contact, that we have free time or whatever. At that time, there was even no donations, because at that time I didn't have donations turned on. That we are using that somehow to be free, to travel. I don't know, something. So she was just like commenting on that, what she's seeing in the community. And I got angry because I said, well, I have always been traveling, I'm not going to stop traveling now because the community doesn't like it. Like, I have always traveled. I actually traveled much more than these years, because these years I have been so dedicated to this work. And there was COVID time that I actually put that aside. I traveled so much before this contact. I lived in Costa Rica. I live in Australia. I traveled through all Central America in that time. I lived in the United States. Traveling is just my second nature. So I remember I told Naneka, I will always travel. I'm not going to listen to that whatever. Well, anyway, Naneka got offended because she said, I am just bringing you the facts of what I see in the community. Okay, this was nothing. Like, seriously, all these different things here and there, it's nothing. I have more serious fights with Matthias here and there and with Robert than what we had. So this is a total lie, because I think that this creature said lies that are hidden from the public. I'm sorry, oh my God, I'm very tired. 3 hours of Spanish life. She said fights that we were hiding. Why would we be hiding? Why would I pour so much love and support to them all the time if I had all these fights and disagreements and I wouldn't, why? That makes no sense. I was even always telling you, I repeat, about the small disagreements here and there. That was making it more human and more realistic for you. I was telling you, this is not AI, believe me, because you can tell that they are human, not from Earth. I mean human as a Lyrian emotions. These are emotional people. So that's first lie. I have no idea. This is just ridiculous. But for me, I'm saying this is a relief, because now I know. Money. I had what money? This is just that we did this for the money. Oh my gosh. I mean, whoever is writing this, they know they are lying, or they are so twisted in their head that they are just like believing their lies. When I had my cosmic agency totally demonetized for first 5 years, I never wanted to monetize it. They were advising me to monetize. Gosia, go ahead, do it. We know you need money. I said, no, I can show that conversation. Okay? I said, no, these are facts. She's rambling and talking, because it's a creature, it's rambling and talking, but no proof. I can prove with screenshots and with the conversations where they were telling me at some point to monetize my channel, they would understand it. And I said, no, I know you understand it. I appreciate that, but I don't need it, because I had my basics covered from the Spanish community, from the Spanish monetization. I wasn't greedy for more, because I didn't need the money. I wasn't doing this for the money. This is not business for me. Of course, I need the money because we need the support to rent and all that. But I didn't need super extra money if my basics were covered. Well, see, okay, this is the proof to you that I'm not in it for the money, and this is ridiculous. My channel, 5 years without monetization. Why did I monetize it? For her, for them, for them. I was sending them monthly. I was sending them monthly payments for 2 years for my monetization. Half of that. I didn't even say anything because I didn't want credit. You didn't even know. I didn't need anybody to know that I'm supporting them financially. Okay? So, yeah. Do I ever ask for donations, for example? Do I even mention anything? Nothing. For 7 years, show me one place in my videos where I'm talking about donations or that I need money for this and that. So, oh my gosh. I don't even know where to go. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I hope you can see this without me convincing you or telling you my side that what's happening, okay? This is someone who is, I don't even know. I mean, this is like pure, this is evil. Like, we don't even know how to call it any other way. And this is someone who is trying now to create this division between me and the Taigetans. This is their last card. They have done everything else to remove the team, to remove this and that, to distance themselves from Svaru, from Aneka, from everything, from everybody is evil but them. Okay, now the last card is now to throw this shade supposed between us and the Taigetan friends that I am not aware of. This is just lies. And if we were so mean or so bad that I'm not aware of, why weren't we told before from them themselves that the that the interaction wasn't working for them? Were they false? Are you saying that they were faking the friendship? Because all I was getting was hearts, sympathy, affection, communication, understanding, respect, me listening, they listening, no fights. Was that all fake? Were the friendships fake? Are you saying that they were falsifying their affection, their friends, their friendships, their desire to be with me, to talk to me? Because then you are shooting yourself in the foot, because you were saying that you are false guy, you are all false. Right? But no, I don't believe that's the case. I believe this is someone trying to manipulate the situation here towards a certain agenda that is continuing with this whole agenda of this channel. About this, okay, what else there? So no fights, no me demanding. I have been always telling you for years that in this contact, you cannot expect anything in that sense, in the sense that anything can change at any point. And you cannot make demands. You have to be appreciative of every single moment, because I've been saying this since day one. And this is something I've been telling them in thousands of conversations. You always have to be free. Are you sure? Do you want to be here? Ask Alec, actually. Alec, if he's watching, he'll be laughing, because I actually transferred this tendency to be like this towards him even. Because I already knew that that's how they were from Anneka and from Svaru, that they had this problem of not being able to say no. So we already learned that from before. So we were super careful. I was super careful with that from that moment when we already knew that. And I was always super sure to respect their time, to respect their space. Come if you want to. Be here if you want to. Talk if you want to. Always, I was stating this, and I can also prove that with thousands of transcripts. In fact, yeah, I think I said in the video, Yaski was so impatient with me for always saying that she was like, oh, Gosia, come on, you already said that many times. You know that we want to be here. Okay, but still, I had to repeat over and over just in case. And I transferred that to Alec, who is doing my studios for Space Academy. You can confirm, if you are somewhere there when I open the groups, that each time he is designing a studio, I'm always telling him, are you sure you want to do the next one? So just you know, you don't have to. Like, please do this just because you want to, not because you feel obliged. This is the last thing I would ever want from anybody. And I dare anybody out there, any extraterrestrial, human, whoever, to come and start working with me or interacting with me, and then you will know how demanding I am. This is just cruelty on their side. That would be. If they were the good guys and they would be saying that, that would be super unjust, cruel, and simply fake. Because that's not true. That's not how a relationship was. Ever. So that's why, since it would be so cruel and unjust and unfair, I cannot believe that this is them. That's why it proves to me that this is not my team. These are not my guys. This is not the Taigetan team. This is an agenda here going on. So no fights, no demands, never insults, nothing. Super, super harmonious. So anyway, Matthias is bringing up more points, but I'm not going to talk about all these points. I mean, I did not. Oh, he says that there's something said that I falsified or made up info to serve my own agendas. I have nothing to say about that. This is just ridiculous. It's absurd. What agenda? If I'm just here to help spread the information and help, that's all. Irrational fights, demands. Oh yeah, he says, because it's coming from Matthias, he gave me those points. Irrational fights that never reach the public. What fights? Give me examples. Show proof. Show transcripts. Nothing. Nothing. Exploits. Well, okay, why? First of all, even if it was true, it's not, okay? Why are you victimizing yourself? Here, we are both adults, and we have always had this understanding that we are both here because we both decide to be here. If anybody could actually talk about being exploited, and I will never talk about, and I will never say it, because I'm not a traitor, I could be saying I was exploited because I was here online all the time, available day and night, sometimes with Yaski 4 a.m. for days, available to listen to all their stories. And in fact, the communication was mostly listening to their stories. And if anything, those stories were super difficult sometimes to absorb. If it's talking about absorbing, what was the word? I'm sorry, I'm too tired. The stories were difficult to listen to sometimes and process because those stories of their life, of different versions and variants and all these metaphysical twists, you need a lot of mental strength and emotional stability to be able to process all this information. And we did. We were there available, listening to all these stories about all these different Svarus and this and that and this and that. So I could say someone was exploiting our ability to listen, to understand, to process, to be like their psychologist. With Yaski had the problem with the Tagetans on the ship. I was always there with her listening. She was like always coming and sharing her problems with the Tagetans. So I could say that I could say that, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just saying that we were exploited for our patience, for our mental ability. How many people would be able actually to listen to this and not collapse? Not many. You have no idea metaphysically how twisted their stories are. Some of it we haven't even told because it's not relevant to the public. It's some of their private stories, but we are listening. But so I gave all my time, my dedication to listen, to be patient, to listen to those stories. And then I was exploited, to my channel to give the information in English and in Spanish. Because you have to remember, when we come online, we chat, they leave. We continue to be online because we have to make the video from that now. So our work with the computer didn't stop when the conversation stopped. I had to continue to be online, edit now, work on this, editing the videos, record. So much draining energy was going into this, but I'm not complaining. I will never complain. Because why? Because it was always my choice. I'm not going to victimize here and put fingers. Oh, they exploited me so much, poor Gosia. And then when they had their own channel, they left. So I was exploited before? What was that? See, I could say that. You see, I could twist this if I was an evil person. I could totally twist it that way, but I'm not going to, because everything I did was voluntary. Even though I was drained, and I am drained. And also remember about this draining argument. We are the only constant here for 7 years. They were always changing. There were always new characters. They were never here for 7 years. We are the ones who are drained. We are the ones who are tired, and we are still going on, and I'm adding tasks to help spread this information, like with Space Academy in French. Are we complaining? They are, like I'm saying, they were always changing characters. We are here for 7 years straight, drained, tired, listened to hundreds and hundreds of hours of conversations about their lives, about their variants, how one variant connects to another, which is totally mind collapsing. It would be for most people. but we made that effort to listen to those stories, and it's okay. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I could be. So what's the point? So yeah, about that exploitation thing, I could be saying the same thing, but I'm not, because again, yeah, that's the main point. Everybody here is an adult, are we? Everybody takes the decision to be here voluntary. If I am online, if I am abusing my eyes and I'm collapsing mentally under so much, it's because I choose to. And the same for them. They choose to be online. They choose to talk. They choose to give information or not give information. It was always mutual. Always. This is for me so as strange as Alec now coming out, turning against me and saying, Gosia, you abused me, drained me. I've never wanted to do those studios, but you demanded them. It will be exactly the same. There was no abuse, there was no exploitation. If anything, I think we have given much more here in that sense, because it's 7 years, not just 2 years here and 2 years there, right? Think about it logically. So I'm losing my points because my mind is already tired. It will be like Alex demanding all that. So yeah, saying all that. So there is no exploitation at all, both sides. I am super careful about that, so the other person feels free and not obliged towards anything. Ask anybody I work with, Space Academy. Yes, I am demanding thing in the sense that I am perfectionist. So if someone is doing the Space Academy, I want this right way, but that's different. It's like a different side of this. But I would never ever make anybody feel uncomfortable doing something they don't want. So if I am saying to them, okay, are you sure you want to come? Yeah, I want to come tomorrow at 5. You sure? You have nothing else to do. You're free. You want? Yes, I want to come to you. I want to come talk. I want to come talk to you. Well, what part of that is me abusing or exploiting? So that's what I'm saying. This is all lies. This is all lies. What else? I think that's pretty much it. No, I don't know, because I haven't watched the videos. This is for me too toxic. I am not touching that channel because I know what's behind it. But just knowing that this came out today, it just confirms to me that this is not coming from them. This is not coming from my friends. Okay, if Athena and Yaski really felt that, the first time I'm hearing this, let them speak for them. I want to talk to them. I want to let them come to me and say it to my face. To my face. I don't want a third party saying that for someone else. Why are you just, this is manipulation. Okay? We always have very direct communication with them, and if they have anything to say, they would come and say. But this is the first time I'm hearing any of this. So this is just all lies. Books, I don't know if there was something mentioned about the books. The books, actually, we have been planning to make books with this for you guys, so you have all in one place, because people are asking for that, but we haven't done it. Why? Because we don't have time, because we are dealing with sharing this information online for you, putting it on the website all free. There's no access, there's nothing. There's no money here. But we have been thinking about doing books, and at some point we will, because I think the humanity needs to have that. And also we have been talking with Athena about helping Mari to make her book for her. And we were already thinking about the design, and we were actually going to pay for it, for the printing of that book. Because when you self-publish, we want to, I think, self-publish that book for Mari stuff, like Astral, whatever. We were supposed to pay for that with Robert, and then regain what we put into it and send the rest to Mari with some small agreed percentage for ourselves. It was actually something that I came up with also to help her when we knew that she was already having problems. I said, okay, maybe it's a good idea now with this book, so we can help you and you can get more money. So it's all just lies. This is all just, I believe, well, I have a reaction out of you, yes, but that's because I want because many people many people are there in the channel that are new and they don't know. So some sort of statement is necessary from me at some point, because otherwise people will believe that, and now of course many people will not know what to believe, but for at least they have my side. Okay, so I believe that this is we believe with Robert that actually this is some kind of a person involved with this, not just Mari, but there is a, like I said, a human element there that is manipulating things from behind. We're not going to say more at this point, but Robert is there investigating on his side, and the Spanish world is cooking up and, on fire with more information. Oh, I know it's very tiring. I just made a video, 3-hour video in Spanish channel, but I believe that this is some intent now to separate me and us from the Tagetan team, which will be like the final seal for them. And let me tell you, this is not going to work, because I refuse to believe that our friendship was fake, because basically what you are saying is that it was fake. What I believed in my heart that is real, and it is that there was my family and friends, you are saying it was all fake. You are actually saying that they were faking it. So actually you are shooting yourself in the foot. Are you saying that you're all fakes there? Like you are just not transparent, honest people? Because if you're feeling that way, that you are drained or something, is there such a thing as saying it? Like, Gosia, I do not want to do this now, or I don't want to talk to you now. What's the problem? That never happened. Never. If they wanted to go, like Yaski, for example, she was tired after 2 hours, and she was always putting the battery draining. And she's like, okay, my battery draining. Yes, that's the communication. Go right away. Move. You decide where you want to go. You decide when you want to come online. In fact, our relationship was never like us asking for them to come. They were just coming by themselves. I was always available on green. We were in the server, and our communication is I'm on green, or I'm on orange if I'm away, or on red if I'm doing a live or something. At the time I'm on green, and they would come. Hi Gosia, what are you doing? What's up? I'm online. Do you see me here draining someone or exploiting? I'm here. You come if you want. If you don't want to come, you don't come. That's our relationship was always very free this way. Of course, and that happened last year. If you disappear for 2 months, then I will come ask, what's up? Are you okay? But what's wrong with that? I'm gonna ask because you are my friend, you're my family. They were like my only friends. I didn't have any other friends. They were my family. And I'm saying that in the sense that, I simply put all that attention there, and I was always available. And also because I don't need friends. Okay, I'm not that type of a person that I am looking for friends. I am very antisocial in that sense. Antisocial meaning I'm happy by myself. So that's the reason when I say I don't have friends, because it may sound weird. Like, what's wrong with that person? It means, no, I'm just choosing that way because I don't need that. I'm self-sufficient, and with Matthias and with Bongo, and doing this job for you, and listening to their stories, hundreds and thousands of stories. And thank you very much, by the way, in the chat room there. So I don't know what else you would want to ask, but this is just a short video just to say this, that for us, this is exactly the proof that this is not a positive team and something happened. And there's someone either manipulating from behind and throwing these ideas that are not true for a shady reason. Or not that someone is manipulating, but that this someone who is writing has always been mean and always been bad and negative from the beginning. Because I do wonder about Mari at this point, like, was this a Trojan horse from the beginning, or what's going on, or was she manipulated? Because I also know that there is a strong manipulation around her, okay? And I'm now talking about the human element. human element here. Oh, by the way, if you are thinking about the other infiltrators, girls, I know it's so much drama. Something came out, and people are, especially in Spanish, are speculating whether the Mari's channel was always in the human hands. Well, the Mari's channel was before belonged to another contacted girl. Her name is Lina. That's a nickname, Lina. And then she gave her channel to Mari, because it's difficult, I imagine, from up there to make YouTube channels, create channels, and all that. I remember we even helped Aneka one time with one of the softwares through which we talked accounts, because she needed the phone number. So we offered with Matthias, I remember we can get you like a prepaid phone, and you can have a phone number, you can create your account. We were always helping, offering to help, listening, being their psychologist. Of course, they listening to us as well. It's mutual. I'm not saying it's just us listening. Of course, it's mutual. That's how it's always been. Very affectionate, very nice, very positive, harmonious. Otherwise, you would know. Because why would I be hiding that fact? I see no purpose to that. I would not be even talking to such a group. Like here in this case with the CIC, I told you when there is a disagreement. This is like, okay, this is something strange going on. I would be transparent with you. I would not be hiding that. That makes no sense. So anyway, we helped with those accounts. I remember back then. So Lina had the channel, and that's a nickname, not the real name. And then the Lina gave that channel to Mari, because they became friends. They started talking. I'm going to leave it at that, but they up there know, if they listen, what I'm talking about. And you, Mari, or whoever you are under heavy, misguided manipulation. If you are still a good person, okay? Think about it, because you know what I mean. And through this, you have lost true loyal friends who would never abandon your side and support. So this is not the first time this is happening with this, by the way. When I remember when the first time we lost the contact for 5 months, 3 months, I remember they came back and said, sorry, we have been manipulated by someone, another contactee, to stay away from you. And then we realized that was a manipulation, and we came back to you. Remember, sometimes they can be quite innocent and influenceable. I don't know, it's very complicated. There is a lot of complex story behind this. I am pretty sure there's so much more that we don't know, we don't see. Remember this whole situation with factions within Taigetans is going all the way back. The first Zvaru 1, who was Zvaru 1's mother, who was Zvaru 2's mother, because our Zvaru, the one we talked to, was Zvaru 2 to Zvaru 9, the same incarnation 9 times. But her mother, Zvaru 1, was left there by her parents because she was being persecuted. They were persecuted by another Taigetan faction from somewhere. So they hid her in that cabin in the forest. That was the whole idea. So this goes all the way back. There is dramas happening behind the scenes. I have no idea. I feel like I'm thrown into this in the middle of this, and I have no memory, and I have no idea what's going on. All I know that there is someone that hates us, someone here that proves this, someone is trying to throw a lot of shade in this, distorting our friendship with Taigetans that was always beautiful. Nothing to complain. Like I said, I have more disputes with Robert and with Matthias, which is normal between friends and families, than with them. It was surprisingly harmonious for an online interaction and with someone from another race, which for me, there was always like indication, oh, this proves to me I am really from them. I'm Taigetan, because the understanding was very fast. It was like we understood each other's ideas, our thoughts. We agreed on everything right away. It was a perfect coordination. So I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Yeah, Eloise, Stella, Alahi, Eshtar, all that story. And if this collapses you already, well, this proves I have listened, and Robert, all these stories for years. Were we collapsing? Yes. Were we drained? Yes. Were we tired? Yes. But it's okay. That's what friends do. That's what I was always available mentally and emotionally as a friend to listen to all these stories. And you have no idea the amounts of stories they have and how twisted it all is. What other person would even listen to half of that? Like, seriously, it's so mentally collapsing. But I listened. I listened, and in a way it was fascinating too. I was always fascinated by the idea that there's so many variants and timelines intersecting, and it wasn't collapsing for me really, but more like mind expanding. So I would never never complain about any of it, even in the times when we were really tired and my eyes were already falling asleep at 4 in the morning when Yaski was online talking about her time with Taigetans, how she had a bad time with Taigetans, how they didn't understand her. And I'm like 4 in the morning and I'm okay, Yaski, yes. I would never complain about that. That's not what the friends do. So if they are doing that, then that shows more about that. The friendship was fake. So what are you saying with this to the people? You fake the friendship. You are shooting yourself with this. Okay? But no, I know this is not how it was. Oh my gosh, people. Okay, let's go because I have to go. This is just a short clarification to that. Oh. Oh yeah, about something about controlling the narrative. I'm looking at the Matthias's points. What, controlling the narrative from the beginning? What is that? Like, what is that? What narrative? Some of these claims I have completely nothing to say because it's like if you know your room is painted green and someone would say your room is painted red. Like, what do you say to that? I have no idea. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. That's it. I had to say that very fast, and I am saying goodbye. And also, just try to rest your mind. At some point, because we don't understand what's going on, and we don't understand what's happening, we just have to let go. People are trying to analyze this from million sides. And investigating, people are coming to me with theories and speculations and facts, what they think are facts, Spanish, English, even Polish, Turkish. But at some point, there is just no more data and you just need to let go. That's what I want to do. I don't know what's happening. I hope at some point I will. And I'm also accepting the possibility of not knowing ever what the hell happened here. Okay? We just have to accept that. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I will continue for those who are interested, sharing what I have from our Taigetan friends. Thank you and good night, because it's 1 o'clock here. Bye, everybody.